My name is David Hochscherner. Everybody here, though, ever since I've been in kindergarten, has called me Hawk. I'm the head of Camp Treetops in North Country School. We started as a camp in 1920. We're located in the Adirondacks of upstate New York, a 6 million acre wilderness area, and the camp and school are just about 6 miles outside of Lake Placid. The place has always been very diverse, and it's got a strong community, almost a familial feel to it, and it's been dedicated to 3 major strands, whether you're talking about summer or winter. We have an incredible emphasis on the arts, and by the arts I mean all aspects of the arts, whether it's music, dance, drama, or studio arts, as well as an incredible commitment to using the outdoors as an experiential educational tool. And finally, we have a working organic farm here and real, honest, hard physical labor, as well as the sense of stewardship that comes from working the land has always been a part of our program. Like many of our NAIS schools, we are thinking about and actively planning for a capital campaign. And in the upcoming 5 years, this campaign will do many things for our institution, but one of the primary focal points is that we want to renovate, green, and construct new buildings which will help us not only reduce our carbon footprint, but lower our operating costs.
One of our most recent examples of our commitment to sustainability is this new student staff residence.
Given the environmental ethos of the campus and our own mission, then the building had to be a fantastically energy efficient, and it had to be, and also to some extent, a symbol of kind of economy and ecological good thinking. First of all, it's really what is known as the building envelope, and so the windows, the walls, the roof system, and the floor, the way the building meets the ground. So all of that container, we thought about as something that was very conservative, was very well insulated, like a thermos bottle, and that also was airtight and well sealed, like a thermos bottle. This building, by virtue of being airtight, means that you then can introduce fresh air, where you want it and when you want it and in the amounts you want it, so that we have the lungs, the sort of smart lungs of the building up in the attic, and that's an energy recovery ventilator, which means that it recovers energy from the air that's being exhaled. So that means you're not heating 10-degree air up to 68 degrees.
This house is actually designed as an energy net zero house. And what that means is through the course of the year, through the course of 12 months, this house is designed to actually produce as much energy as it consumes. The way that happens is this is an all-electric house. The hot water is heated electrically, the space heating is electric, the cooking stoves are all electric. On the south-facing roofs of this house are 2 photovoltaic arrays. They have a combined output of 7.6 kW. These are 2 inverters that are converting the DC electricity to AC electricity. That electricity then is going right into the grid, either supplying the needs of this house, or if the needs of this house are met, then those electrons are being routed elsewhere. Another feature, a green feature to this house, is the use of a green product called wheat board. Although this looks like particle board, this is actually compressed wheat fibers and wheat chaff. And this is an agricultural waste, and if you look carefully, you can see wheat berries, wheat seeds, wheat chaff, the stuff that normally goes into a compost or normally just landfilled. All of the lumber that you see exposed in this house was cut right off of our property. Maple for the flooring, maple and yellow birch. The paneling is all American beech paneling. All of this beech was cut from diseased trees. And so as we thin out those diseased beeches and mill that into wood for this residence, we improve the opportunity for the healthy beech out in the forest to thrive. So not only is the American beech cut from diseased trees, but all of the siding, the horizontal siding for the outside of the house was cut from white pine, also diseased white pines. We have even decided to use some of our local lumber in the making of some of our furniture. As you can see right here, the bunk beds are made of sugar maple by a local craftsperson.
Whether you're talking about camp or North Country School, you'll see some things as you walk around our 200 acres that I dare say you'll not see elsewhere. And that's because one of our founders, a man named Doug Haskell, he was not an architect. However, he was one of the premier architectural historians of the mid-20th century. And Doug's thought was, if you were going to have young children boarding away from home for 9 months of the year, you ought to make the place have lots of nooks and crannies and fun things for children to do. For instance, in our main school building, next to every set of stairs is a slide. In the middle of our main building, you also see a hanging stair. And so wherever you go around the property, you're going to see very interesting architectural elements.
The brief when we got here was to build a new student home, this kind of unique North Country School Camp Treetops combination of house parents and students, which took us a while to find out about. But the challenge was to do it in a completely different way, technically, in a green building of the highest order, but retain that playfulness, but not have the issues, their environmental issues that those buildings and all the buildings of the 50s, 40s, and 50s really have.
The ropes, the colors are for the red and the orange is the core and the mantle, and the yellow and the blue is for the sun and the sky.
We're on the third floor of the new house, and you can see some of the curvilinear nature of the way the architects borrowed some of the architectural features of our main school building and incorporated those features into this house.
When Mom didn't want the kids going up there, she just puts it clips it there, and when she does, she just puts it under here.
And the fact that the kids were involved in actually selecting stones and scraping, peeling the wood and those kind of things, or certainly at least watching it all being harvested and stacked, have the building kind of help teach the kids about the forest and connect them to their own forest. So it really says something about North Country School at the cusp of the environmental kind of movement and sort of environmental education.
Almost all of our colleges and schools are wrestling with the greening of our campuses. I think that our experience at North Country School and Camp Treetops indicates that, like some corporations, we can hit the triple bottom line. We can build cost-effective facilities that have rapid return on investment. We can build child-friendly educational spaces, and we can build programming structures that show we care about our planet.